Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Maker as well as Dogecoin. We're taking a look at the charts here. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. Definitely helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. And also click the bell icon so that you know whenever we have a new video. So we're going to start off here with Maker. First off, I want to go ahead and let you guys know Bitcoin itself is having a really good day. Ethereum is as well. We're seeing this pushed over into a lot of the other altcoins as well. So Maker, though, like this, I mean, we're full on parabolic here. It's 38% up on the daily right now. I love to use the Fibonacci sequence. Let me go ahead and clarify. First off, I'm not a financial advisor. Let's just get that out of the way. So everything I'm sharing with you guys is my own opinion. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the chart here. And taking a look at this, you guys can see we passed above this top level of resistance that was taking place back on February 5th. And we also had another bounced instance back over on February 20th. And so obviously that says, hey, we got two instances here. It's forming a good trend pattern. Great would be obviously 3 positions or more. But having that set up right there, we're like, okay, we need to get past that. So establishing that on the Fibonacci sequence, you can actually see that once we broke above that, it continued to rally during the daily run. We're on the daily chart right now, passing above the 1.618. That was actually established at $3,932. This went up to a high of $4,065 before retracing back down a little bit, right? So we got a little bit of a pullback that's going on, but overall things are still looking very good for this. Let's go ahead and swap over to a 15-minute time frame just to see how a lot of this progression is taking place. You can see there's a lot of bullish momentum from a volume candle side that took place here. This is again over 15-minute time period, so we got 15, 30, 45, an hour. It's like an hour and 15 minutes or so that just had a nice little push going on. A little bit of a pullback, but it's still a lot of high level activity going off in both directions there. This wasn't just a straight drop and everyone's dumping it, right? It's holding its own, which is very interesting, and it's very powerful to see on the charts like this too. And then we got a little bit of sideways action that's taking place as volume has continued to die down, breaking down to what we've seen in previous levels right here. So it's cooling itself down potentially for the rest of the day. There might be some higher level activity that takes place towards the very end of the day for the candle. That's going to be about 2.5 hours from now as of the time of me recording this video at least. And I think that could coincide really well with, depending on what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum, how they decide to close out on the daily. Ethereum already hit a new all-time high today, so it's in a really good position. Bitcoin is getting back on track. You can even see now that it's getting back on track towards the previous high, which was right around $64,800 or so, right around there. Anyways, we're focusing on these other coins. So Maker is looking very prime right now, even on the 15-minute time frame. Looking at it on the daily, we could potentially end up seeing some sell-off, right? So if it does decide to go down, because this is a large pump that's going on, just keep that in mind, guys. Now, if this does go down, ideally, we would be looking at a nice level of support being right around $3,087. That's quite a bit of a sell-off, but, you know, it's a huge candle that's taking place too. So $3,087 there. Next level, be looking at is 2,808. I'd actually be more focused on 3,000 to be honest. 3,000 and then on the Fibonacci sequence, we can drop down here to 2,808, 2,811. Then below that is obviously that previous level that we had established off in this trend, and that is at the 2,744. I mean, I guess, sorry, it wasn't that obvious because I had to zoom out on this. So yeah, 2,744. Now, if this decides that it wants to continue up, we still have to get back above. We did it once, but it's a huge candle today. 3,935, ideally $4,000, right? Breaking above $4,000, we got new potential reaching all the way up here to $5,290. That's on the 2.618 of the Fibonacci sequence. So $5,282, break above that, we're going up potentially all the way up to $6,649.25. And then beyond that, what do we got here? $7,461.59, basically 60 cents. You know, it's all semantics, honestly, because you got such finite amounts that you can see. Anyways, so those are major levels in a more long-term perspective that I would be looking at for something like this. In reality, focus on these smaller scale positions. If you're looking to hodl and you believe in the project, then these are more realistic, longer-term based goals. You got the whole cryptocurrency space that's still innovative and new, but the fact that it's innovative gives it the highest potential movement from here on, right? So it's becoming less speculative and more people are getting trust and validation, and we're seeing more players coming in, more trusted money. The whole cryptocurrency market is now over $2 trillion. It's equated to the same value as that of Apple. In fact, if I had to take a guess, they probably checked that out today. Wouldn't be surprised if it's now more than Apple. So it's a very powerful statement. You got some other things to look at here. Technical radars are a strong buy. The RSI is a little bit in the overbought territory. It's actually pushing up here to 80.42. Gets up closer to that 95 range. I'd be a little bit concerned because that's really getting up there. And so we'll have to see how this continues to play out over the next couple days. I am overall bullish on this, but in a short-term perspective, I'll be honest with you guys, I think that there's going to be a little bit of a sell-off that drops further down. I may not see it drop all the way down here to the 3096 off of the Fibonacci sequence, but I think that we could end up seeing a retracement that takes place, getting fairly close to the midway zone before we end up having a further continuation on, as people tend to take profits off of such high percentage gains like this, and then they circumvent that either to other altcoins or they push it back over towards Bitcoin. As you guys can see, Bitcoin's price going up. So that's just my 2 cents on that. However, we're going to go take a look at another coin right now. We're going to go take a look at Dogecoin. Now, I'm not going to be voicing my own personal opinion on Dogecoin and whether or not I think that it's a good investment or not. You know, even with my own opinion, I'm just not going to say it in this video. But we're going to focus on the TA and keep all emotional stuff off to the side. So looking at Dogecoin, it is above the 21 EMA right now, which is still holding off strong. It's a very bullish sign, very good indicator. It's getting a very nice parabolic push as well. There's tons of sentiment that's going on from social media, and Dogecoin predominantly has these movements because of social media engagement, whether it be TikTok, whether it be Twitter, things like that, celebrities joking about it, things like that. Okay, so RSI is in that like kind of danger zone. We're getting up there. That's at 90.94. It's making strong pushes at 52.3% on the daily. You can actually see that as far as a market cap goes, it's now number 8. It's in the top 10 of all cryptocurrencies that exist, right? I mean, that's competing against Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Uniswap, XRP, all those coins, right? So it's pushed itself up quite high. Technical radars are still suggesting a strong buy. My biggest concern right now is honestly this RSI being so high. Bull runs start to kind of invalidate a lot of that RSI, but you got to admit, like, this is 51% gains on anything in a single day. You're going to have some people who are going to say, I want to take some huge profits off of this before it's too late. So I have a feeling that this very well could end up seeing a bit of a drop take place, and if it does, ideally, keep an eye on 15 cents, so 0.156. If it drops further down, we have another level of support here at 10 cents. That's actually a very strong level of support on the 10 cents. The 21 EMA that's going to be rising, it's more than likely going to be very close to coinciding with that level for tomorrow. As far as if it decides it wants to rally up, right now it's trying to break above the level resistance of 20 cents. So it's at 0.193 for the maximum for the day. So if it can break 20 cents, 25 cents rests right on that Fibonacci level, and that does seem probable, depending on how much, again, sentiment goes on with the celebrities and everybody else, and people don't panic sell, because keep in mind, it's kind of a double-bladed sword, right? So if Doge starts to tank a bunch and very quickly, and people are just now getting in, you're going to have people on social media, they're also going to be complaining about it. So you'll have the good side and you'll have the bad side both kind of clashing at one another. Breaks above 25 cents, we got 30, and then 35, and it's very interesting how it works with the Fibonacci sequence here, because the 35 coincides very well and the 40 cents also coincides very well. But right now the peak point off of these trend patterns that I'm looking at for a maximum, I think that we could potentially hit 40 cents off of something like this before there's potentially a major sell-off, if not already sooner. But again, from my point of view, and this is my opinion, based on where we're at right now, we have a couple indicators that are bullish and bearish. Overall, though, it is holding to a bullish sign for more of a long-term perspective. On a short-term perspective, it looks like it's really overbought, and I would not be surprised to see more of a sell-off go on. Okay, so I'm gonna go and wrap up the video there. I do have referral links in the description if you guys want to get started with anything. Coinbase, Gemini, BlockFi, Robinhood, Webull, so you can earn some free crypto or some free stocks. Feel free to use my referral links in the description. If you guys haven't yet, please don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. Definitely helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so that you know whenever we got a new video. And let me, oops, sorry, I didn't know that was gonna sound when I cracked my hand. I got other videos I do on the channel here, doing TA on Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins, as well as doing playthrough series of a cryptocurrency game called Decentraland. So if you guys want to check those out, cool. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish in the comments about these two coins and why, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.